Hello everyone, I want to introduce you to my YouTube channel. I am a longtime hiker, peak bagger, and my name's Tim. And when the pandemic started in March, or when everything shut down in March, I kind of was stuck at home like a lot of people are or were and maybe still are. And I started watching a lot of hiking videos on YouTube. I had been watching some through hikes, specifically Continental Divide Trail, Pacific Crest Trail are two of my favorites. Got started watching Famous's hike of the CDT, and then got hooked on Dixie's videos and have watched all of her through hikes many times. And then in August, my wife and I had our baby daughter, and I'm a stay-at-home dad. And so I get a lot of time during naps and feedings and all those things where I get to just sit and watch YouTube. So I've been watching John Muir Trail videos and all sorts of things. And I was thinking, you know, I have done a lot of hiking in some fairly obscure areas in Wyoming. It might be cool to throw up some of these videos and stories of my hikes that I've done over the years and just see if they were of interest to people. So that's kind of the reason for starting this channel. I am also very interested in beer, and I'll get more into that later. And so I'm going to kind of combine my love of both the outdoors and beer and home brewing into this channel, and we'll see what happens. So my name, Music Man 82, comes from back in 2008. I was not at all really into the outdoors. I'd grown up reading mountaineering books and dreaming of climbing summits, but never really did anything of that sort. And then on a chance trip to the ghost town of Kerwin, which is down on the Wood River, kind of southwest of Meeteetse, Wyoming, I hiked up just south of town onto this old logging road, mining road that was up on kind of Bald Mountain just below Spar Peak, and it blew me away how getting up high made me feel and just how amazing it was. And so I decided, hey, I'm going to start climbing mountains, climbing or hiking, whatever you want to call it. And in early August of 2008, I did Heart Mountain north of Cody, which I've since done well over, probably 36 times. It's kind of become a training hike for me. It's a fun 7.5 mile, 2,500 vertical climb with beautiful views. And I got turned on to a site called summitpost.org, which is where I met my good friend Bob, and we made plans in 2009 to meet at Kerwin. We met near Du Bois that year, but we've been at Kerwin a couple times, and it's developed into a long friendship. We have hiked together every summer since. So this I think was our 12th summer, if my math is correct. And his pages on Kerwin kind of turned me on to the area, and then soon after I climbed Heart Mountain, I went and did Mount Crosby, which is close to 12,500 feet, just north of the ghost town of Kerwin, and that was amazing. I had never been to that elevation on my own, under my own power before, and it was just phenomenal. So I was hooked, and from then I just started trying to get to every summit that I could find. Lots of research on List of John and sites like that got me through a ton of summits. And so when I started doing peaks in this area, I kind of decided, hey, a lot of these peaks aren't on Summit Post. I should start doing them, putting up pages for them. So because my profession is music, I'm a pianist and a music teacher, I decided, well, let's be Music Man 82. And so I've signed my name as that in registers for years. I'm not one of those cool through hikers that has a trail name, so no, that's not my trail name, but that's what I go by for summit registers. In the 12 years since then, I've logged probably over around 180 different summits in Wyoming, mostly Wyoming, Montana, some in South, just a few in South Dakota, Colorado, and Idaho. Most Wyoming's my big area though. I started out mostly climbing the Absaroka Range and have since really fallen in love with the Wind River Range, and that's where most of my hiking is done now. Yeah, hiking has become it's life. It's my big passion, and I'm never happier than when I'm out in the mountains looking at the scenery and being, especially up on a mountaintop. It's the best feeling. So when I first met up with Bob in the summer of 2009, we were hiking in the Wind River Range on the northern end up on the glacier trailhead, and we spent the night there at the trailhead, and I knew we had corresponded, and he was into beer, and I was also kind of getting into beer. I was getting out of my red wine phase and exploring some new things, and he was like, man, I'm into IPAs, you gotta check out these IPAs, and they're a little bitter for me, but I kept at it, and pretty much my big passion is IPAs. I love Belgians, I do enjoy stouts and porters, and I appreciate all styles of beer, but IPAs and New England style hazy IPAs really where it's at for me. And so I started just trying to sample everything I could get my hands on. In 2015, I was hired in Powell, Wyoming as a manager of the new brewery here. Spent about 6 months in that position, and then did bartending and stuff after that, and so really got to know the brewery well and made friends with the brewers. And it's around that time I started logging my beers on the Untapped app, and it's been fun to just track everything and rate everything. And so I think I'm well over 1,500 different beers checked in the last 5 years. So that's one of the things I'll do on this channel occasionally, is sample new beers, talk about them. I also enjoy taking beers out while hiking. I generally will, especially if it's a longer trip, pack one or two for the first night and deal with the extra weight so that I can enjoy them at camp that night. So as I pull out videos from my past, I'll try and highlight some of those beers that I took on those trips, and then occasionally there'll be just videos of new beers that I'm trying. I may have some guests here to try with, or to try new beers with and talk about them. And so that's really where my love of beer and hiking combine is. I love doing them both at the same time. So over the course of the next few months, I'm going to try and release at least one video a week. I have a few that I'll be posting right here at the beginning of some climbs I did back in 2010. One of them is a climb of Wyoming State High Point, Gannett Peak, and it was it's still my favorite mountain ever. And so that's one of the reasons that made me really fall in love with the Wind River Range. It's just a fantastic place. So I think I'll get that one put up really quick, and then the other video deals with kind of 5 days that Bob and I spent together a few weeks before the Gannett trip, where we did a bunch of different places, including Kerwin in the Absaroka Range. So just fantastic places, and they're shot on an old digital camera. So some of the older videos that I'm putting together highlighting some of these places I've been are not going to be the best quality, but I'm hoping the more recent stuff, and then moving forward, hoping to get better video quality and better editing. So bear with me through those videos. Future plans for this summer, I really am looking forward. My friend Mike and I, who you'll see on here with the future beer episodes, are going to be doing 100-mile north to south traverse the Wind River Range. We're going to start up at Glacier Trailhead by DuBois, and then we're going to go all the way out through pretty much the bottom of it, through Little Sandy, and it's going to plan about 12 days. And our goal for this is to kind of do a really long hike, and then maybe the following summer to get in maybe the John Muir Trail. Eventually, when my daughter is old enough, my wife and daughter and I would like to do the Pacific Crest Trail for sure, and who knows, maybe the CDT. Maybe we'll get crazy. So that's future plans for that. So hopefully you enjoy the channel. If you like what the content you see, go ahead and click the subscribe button. And cheers! Thanks for watching.